Well, we're joined here in the studio by somebody who knows the region well, Jeremy Williams. He's a former UK military attaché to Abu Dhabi and Bahrain, and he's now the managing director of handshaikh, a British company that promotes business links with Gulf states. So, Jeremy Williams, difficult to predict what's going to happen, but which way do you think these protests might go?
It's terrible. I mean, it's simply awful. The pictures you've been broadcasting today just make me weep, because I know Bahrain and the Gulf countries very well. But I spoke by chance to the Bahraini ambassador here in London, and I said, what's happening? And he said, we first must have stability, and then we must deal with the sectarian divide which is in his nation. And it's possible, and we do hope that after this horror is over, that Bahrain and other nations can produce in their own style, and it's not for us to say so, a way ahead that respects the wishes of their people.
So one thing you can say with certainty is whatever happens, this is a wake-up call for the royal family in Bahrain, and they're going to have to attend in one way or another to these demands.
Yes, but I don't think it's wise for the West or the British to start telling anyone. We are concerned. We are friends of Bahrain and the Gulf countries and other Arab countries as well. And I'm hesitant to say this is what should happen.
But urging restraint is all right. I mean, that's as much as what America and Britain have done, isn't it?
Yes, and the Foreign Secretary today said as much as that. But, I mean, the pictures are horrible.
But do you think that what we are witnessing right across the Arab world now means that absolute monarchies of the type we've seen in Bahrain, and they are more or less, I know that they brought in parliamentary reforms of sorts in 2002, but they are really on notice now?
I don't think it's wise to say that they're on notice. I mean, I think an accountability. I mean, they have Majlis Ashura, the consultative councils, who are elected, increasingly elected, who advise the ruler on how to proceed. And I know that the Gulf countries seek all the time consensus. As you know, consensus is a big Arab and Muslim requirement, and that they are increasingly doing that. And this will certainly increase the consultation. I don't think it's a complete wake-up call. I don't think they would wish us to suggest that.
You were a military attaché in the area, Bahrain as well. I mean, do you think that Western countries have been too interested in stability and having their bases in countries like this and perhaps overlooked the democratic deficit?
I think we have looked brutally to our own interests. I mean, Bahrain and the other Gulf countries have provided stability for our forces. I mean, I spoke to a friend in Bahrain a short time ago, and he reminded me that the Fifth Fleet, the American Fifth Fleet, is there. We have big Royal Air Force, Royal Navy presence and visiting accreditations there. And we need Bahrain. We like Bahrain. We don't want Bahrain or any of the Gulf countries to become unstable. And let us hope that what is happening, what we're seeing today, is a process which is quicker than perhaps we had forecast.
Very quickly, Britain's got a review of its exports to its military exports to Bahrain, but it's very difficult to tell what is being used in the riot control, isn't it? Whose arms are being used?
Well, indeed, and we sell arms to our friends throughout the world, but it's a very careful process, and we do not sell to oppressive regimes in order to take on their population. That's an absolute no-no.
Okay, Jeremy Williams, thanks very much.